Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Kingdom Conversations. I am your host, Pastor Jason Hendrickson, and today we have an incredible show that we're getting ready to bring to you. This guest that we have today, what can I say about this individual? He is internationally known. He is someone that I have watched over the years, and I'm telling you, his level of reach and influence is just incredible. And he is recently the newest star, reality TV star that's on the USA Network, and I consider him to be a friend and a big brother. And I want to thank God that he consented to come on the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I'm going to bring to the stage Bishop Richard Hartley. Hartley,
how you doing?
What's up, Bishop? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Where's my stage? You said you was bring me to the stage. Where's
that? Listen to me, man. How are you doing, Bishop?
Listen, man, I'm doing great. God's been really good to me, you know?
Yeah, it is so amazing to see what's happening with you and for you. All I can do is say congrats, man. Congrats.
Thank you. You know, God is amazing. He can do exceedingly abundantly past what we could think, imagine. He doesn't need permission. He just blesses the way he blesses, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. So I wanted this to be different than the other interviews that I've done, because you have done so much and in the music industry. So I did my research on you.
Did you?
I researched all my guests, but
you got my criminal record?
Listen, we're gonna talk about all that. But what I want to start with, Bishop, is one of your greatest. Tell us who is Bishop Richard Hartley? Let's start with that. Who is Bishop Richard Hartley?
Okay, you know, that's easy, Jason. I'm just a regular dude from New York, a church boy. I was born in the church. I mean, literally born in the church, you know, with diapers in my hand or the tambourine and Ritz crackers, because that's what they gave all the church babies. And I was just, you know, working in the church. God blessed us with the gift of music, singing and playing. And so, you know, that's all I was doing, was trying to give myself back to God. And I'm a husband for 31 years. Y'all not praying for me. 31 years. And I got these two grown kids that won't get out my house. And I'm a pastor of a church for 20 years. And really just, you know, just a regular worker. No one especially different or unique. I'm just myself. Did you leave me? Are you still here? I left you. Hello? Anybody here? Where'd the bishop go? I think I'm having a conversation by myself. Well, touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, the bishop has gone. He must have gone to Junior's, because I'm sure Henderson did not get raptured. But in the meantime, I want you to touch the screen as a point of contact as I put up my Cash App. Richard Hartley Saves the World. I want you to buy my brand new single, Cash App. It's a highway to the Hartley house. None can walk up there unless you have $50. No, I don't know where he's at. He's really gone. He's really gone. Hello? Hello? Does anybody see me? Well, if you see me, this is the day that the Lord has made. Patrick Henderson's radio broadcast has been deleted. I suppose he didn't pay the bill, the $79.99 for the 15 minutes of air broadcasting. But since we are here, we want you to know that you'll never walk alone, that God is on your side. I'm having a kingdom conversation by myself. Oh, you're back.
This Wi-Fi over here is crazy, man. I don't know what's going on. But listen, I'm sorry. You were explaining who Bishop Richard Hartley is, and I know you covered all that. So I want to talk about the Tokyo Mass Choir.
Okay.
And this new project that you have out, entitled Highway.
Yeah.
Tell this new single. Can you talk about that?
Well, you know, Jason, how old are you, Jay?
I'm 47.
You 47. Okay, so I've been going to Japan for like 32 years.
Wow.
Like 80 something. I've been about 150 something times. I've been to Europe about 50, 60 times. We started there early in the 80s. And I went over there with Mama I Want to Sing was the first. Did he leave me again? I went over there with Mama I Want to Sing and had a major role. I was directing the choir in Mama I Want to Sing. And I met all these wonderful Japanese people. And the Lord gave me a vision to tell them 35 years ago, start gospel choirs. And I'm going to jump in and I'm going to help you train. And so I've been doing that. So the Tokyo Somatics Choir is like my professional Japanese choir. I have around 10, 15 choirs I work with in Japan. And so they're on this new single called Highway. We recorded it in Tokyo. And we have a music video that's about to drop that we also recorded in Tokyo. And I mean, you know, I train them hard. You know, I throw choirs out of the room. You know, I threaten people. You know, I might hit you if the note is off. But this is one of the best singing choirs we have. So the new single is called Highway. I just got a note that they've just cracked the top 100 and they're climbing up the charts. So we're really glad about that. Is he there? You frozen? Hello? Somebody there? You got that? I thought you got raptured. What is going on?
Bishop.
But I know, look, I know you didn't. You still, I know if I'm still here, you still. You pay the bill? I don't think he paid the broadcast bill. But anyway, that's Highway. That's the new single with the Tokyo Mass Choir. You can get it on or download. I'm just talking because I don't know where you are. It's available at what's these things? Spotify, iTunes, the App Store. You probably can get it at Citadel. This song is available everywhere. Richard Hartley in the Tokyo Somatics Highway to Heaven. Yes, and so we want you to vote for us. We want to be on the first round of the Stellar Awards, and you know that'd be a great thing for that Japanese choir. So get online and push this song, download it off of iTunes. He's back. I told you he didn't get raptured because if I'm still, I know he's still here.
Don't do that, Bishop. Bishop.
I'm doing it. And
Bishop.
So, he didn't pay his bill. He didn't pay the broadcast bill. It's only $79.99 for 30.
Bishop, I promise you, I don't understand. We have never had this connection issue. I don't know. But listen.
I'm too strong for your broadcast. It's my anointing. See, you froze again. But I'm not froze on this side because we got power. So something is faulty at the Henderson house. We want y'all to lift your hands and pray for Jason Henderson. So you can catch the Rev. Listen, we're headed for our season finale. It's coming on tomorrow night, actually, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I know that's late for the old people like Figueroa and Jameson. I know that's late at 11 o'clock for Figueroa and Jameson to stay up and watch it. So they can DVR the Rev tomorrow night at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time because I don't know where Jason Henderson is, so I'm going to do the show by myself.
I'm right here, Bishop.
Oh, you're here. Oh, you're here. He's not paying his tithes and his offering. Something's wrong at the Henderson house. So that's the Rev. The season finale is tomorrow night. I'm doing this whole show by myself.
Go ahead, Bishop. I'm enjoying you. Go ahead.
Eastern Standard Time. So we want you to get that. That's tomorrow on the USA Network, which is under NBC. So all you old saints that can't stay up late, like Julius Sloan and who else? James Hall, the piano store is closed at James. Go home and watch the show. Doreen.
That's the Tyrone Flowers.
Tyrone Flowers, the hat show, the hat stores close at 6. And Delancey Street is sectioned off. So you don't need to go down there. First season is over. You go home and watch the Rev at 11 o'clock. Who else did I mention? West Molly.
Wait, Bishop. Wait.
Come back to okay.
Let me take control back from this man. I'm telling y'all, we have never had this issue. But listen, while we got the connection, Bishop, I cannot with you. Listen, you have this show, The Rev. I'm telling you, I watch it religiously, and you have to make me a promise that you will never tell anybody else that they sing like they smoke. When you said that to.
Wait a minute, Jay. How are you a 16-year-old girl and you sound like this? How you doing? She sounded like she was related to Albertina Walker. I'm like,
wait. Can I tell you a story, Bishop?
go
Can I tell you
ahead.
a story? It's so funny that you said that, and I hope none of her people are watching.
Who
But
people?
Albertina Walker,
Oh, they all gone.
because somebody back when I was playing drums for Bishop Walker, somebody dared me to go up to Albertina Walker and ask her, does she still smoke? And me and my
What she
silly
say?
self,
What she say? Yes, son. Give me a light. Give me a light.
I can't even say what she said on air. When I tell you Albertina Walker cussed me.
Well, the little girl on the show was sounding like Albertina Walker. I said, you ready? She said, yes, Bishop. I said,
Bishop, you got man, listen, I can't believe this. That lady, she and I'm talking about Bishop, she used the big cuss words, not the small ones.
But if you're gonna do it, why use the little ones? You know, if you're gonna go, go do the big ones. I tell Figaro that all the time. Stop.
No.
Go and say what you meant to say.
Bishop, man, please talk to us. I just want to give Sid, because me and Bishop just gonna joke all day if I don't stop this. How did you make the transition from doing what you do, traveling and going overseas, to now exposing your family to the world, basically? Well, what made you do it?
Well, you know what happened was I didn't seek this out anything, Jason. I was in choir rehearsal. I was preparing for a concert at Carnegie Hall. My choir, now I sound like Albertina Walker. Wait a minute, I sound like Shirley. Hold on.
Bishop, stop calling names. You're gonna get me in trouble.
You knew who you was interviewing. Anyway, what was I saying? I was preparing for Carnegie Hall, and my choir was preparing, and the band was there. And my wife had on Uggs, and I flipped out because I hate Uggs. Uggs is not of God, and you can't come to my choir rehearsal with Uggs. And they were sounding really bad, and I was flipping out, and we were cracking up. And one of my musicians said, "This is so funny. Can I tape it?" I said, "Go ahead and tape it." So he pulled out his little Kodak camera. You know, he had those little tiny cameras, and he pulled them out, and he videoed us doing choir rehearsal, getting ready for Carnegie Hall. I find out he sends the video to a friend. They send it to a friend. That person knows production people in LA. So there's a tape of me circulating in LA, and 4 networks approached me about doing the show. 4 huge networks. And it happened just like that. I didn't audition. I didn't send a picture. And so we ended up going with NBC, with USA. And that's how it happened. Really, I didn't say, okay, it's time for a reality show. He taped me doing, this is the lesson that if we do what God has called us to do, there's a blessing already attached that you don't have to sweat for. So I've never sweated for anything. I've never hustled. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to big up to people. You know me, Jason.
Yeah.
I've never had to do that.
Yeah.
And God has blessed me. And so that's how we got on this TV show.
That's powerful, Bishop.
They're
asking, the network that it comes on is the USA Network.
USA Network, yeah.
And what nights do it come on, Bishop, again?
Coming on tomorrow night. That's no, I'm wrong. What's today, Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
See, when you smoke too much weed, you forget what day of the week it is. I told the church, don't put that in the communion thing. Anyway, it's coming on Thursday. Y'all not praying. It's coming on Thursday, this Thursday, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And that's what I was saying. It's late, but you can DVR it. So I was like,
that's what I do. I DVR it because
I'm calling names. Patricia Wiley, Chris, all the oldest saints. I want you to, and the young people stay up and watch. God has made way for the older saints.
I must be getting old, Bishop, because I have to DVR it, but I do watch it faithfully every week.
How are you getting old, Jason? I am over 12, 13, 14 years older than you. How are you?
Yeah. I'm getting old. You see all these gray hairs, Bishop? Look at that. That's all gray hair, man.
I don't believe in that. You know, we got the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, and we have just for men. I don't believe in gray. That's the devil.
Now, Bishop, I watched the episode, and you know me, just like I know you. You know me.
What did I do?
What is going on with this black nail polish?
You mean
you wear black nail polish?
See, what happened is this. I tour a lot in the summer, and I looked at, and I like sandals because I'm going to hot places, LA and Europe. And one day my feet looked like I had climbed Mount Everest, you know, with no shoes and socks on. It looked like, you know, those ushers with the bad feet. You know, you got some in the church. I've been named because I've seen these ushers' feet. What he got? And I decided,
Yo,
I looked down and the spirit spoke to me. It said, "Oh, Richard of New York, color, yea, even the toes. But thy toes shall remain black as tar, and I shall lift thee up." So I colored them. So I colored.
how much is Mickey getting paid? Because let me tell you something. I don't like nobody's feet.
Let me tell you what happened.
How much is Mickey getting paid to paint your toes on TV, Bishop?
That's these crazy TV people. This is a true story. Sorry, Mickey. We were setting up for a scene.
Right.
They didn't know my toes were black because I had on shoes.
Right.
I was changing my shoes and I said, "Oh man, I cracked a toe." And the producers looked, they said, "Oh, wait, get the camera." And they started shooting and I started acting up. And I said, "Mickey, paint my toe." And they said, we thought we was off camera. I said, "Come on, Mickey, help me out." I said, "I'm too fat. I can't reach down and get it," because I had pandemic pounds. You know what I'm saying? And I had 3 stomachs in the way. And one of them are gone because I've been going to the gym. So one of my stomachs have left. How many stomachs you got left, Jason? How many stomachs?
I'm working on 2 right now.
The Saints have multiple stomachs.
Yeah, I'm working on 2. I'm trying to get rid of it.
We got Trinity stomachs.
I'm trying to get rid of it, Bishop. I'm apostolic, so I need one.
I'm down to Jesus only, you know, because
that's right.
And that's really what happened. I said, "Come on, Mickey, help me." And I was clowning and they was filming us and it ends up on the show. He's so mad.
I know he was, because I was sitting there. I was in shock. I said, "What is Bishop doing?"
Nice, man.
And then it was first of all, what is your daughter's name?
Her name is Judea. I need a man. I don't pay rent. Hartley.
She is so funny on the show.
She's like that for real.
Is she really?
No, Jason, this show is not reality. It's situational. They are like that for real. The first lady just walked by. I promise you, she can't cook.
No, Bishop, you can't.
What?
Bishop,
the Bible says speak the truth. She can't cook.
You can't say stuff like that, Bishop.
And it takes her like 2 hours to make minute rice, and she burns boiled eggs. Who burns boiled eggs? Did I tell you about the time she cooked the turkey for Thanksgiving and the turkey was in the oven for 3 hours and she comes say, "Honey, I don't smell nothing." I said, "Stacy." I go downstairs, Jason Henderson, and I open up the oven. The turkey in the oven like this. Because my wife didn't turn on the stove. Well, how can you cook if you didn't turn on the stove? And the turkey was in there like this. The turkey had COVID. The turkey was.
Oh my God.
So they were like that.
Bishop, what is wrong with you?
No. Let me tell you what the network said when they saw the tape. You know what they said? And this is very important.
Oh God.
I'm being serious right now. This is important for people to be who they are. They said, "Reverend, we're in Hollywood." I said, "Mm-hmm." They said, "We know actors. That's what we do." They said, "You and your whole family, you're not acting. You guys are really like that." I said, "Mm-hmm."
No, but now let's tell the truth. Mm-hmm. I have been in rehearsals with you. You're actually a lot nicer on the show.
Very much nicer.
Because people don't understand. Bishop Hartley is a perfectionist when it comes to performing. And I remember when I went to preach for him, and this is a true story. Bishop had me in the office. He said, "Now listen to me.
What did I do?
You go out there and don't do too much. Go out there and say what God says and sit down." I was like, okay. But we had good church, though.
I promise you we did.
We had good church. But
you know, yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I'm serious about what I'm doing because you're really doing it for the Lord. I don't care if it's 10 people or 10,000 people. I don't care who's in the audience. I don't care. Listen, I was doing a show one time and they ran into my dressing room. "Rich," I said, "What?" They said, "Luther Vandross is here." I said, "And where's he sitting?" And I went right on the stage where he was sitting and I hollered my face off. Luther and I became friends because I don't care who people are. I respect people, but whatever you do it as unto the Lord and do it the same way. Madison Square Garden or a little church on Fulton Street. God is still in the audience. Yes, and do it the same way. And that has blessed me. And that has taken me to about 100 countries. I've been doing this for well over 50 years. God has blessed me. I never tried to put myself up in front of the right people. I'm in front of the right people, you know.
Absolutely. Clearly.
hustle for an award. I don't have to do that. Whatever, I believe those saints, whatever God has for you, go into the vineyard and work. God's going to give it to you, and you're not going to owe anybody. And so this success on TV, I promise you, Jason, my family and I, my church, we don't owe anybody anything because we did not play a game. You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask for it. You got 4 networks. Oprah was one of them.
Wow.
I did a face-to-face meeting with Netflix, and Netflix said, we got to have the show. We got to have the show. We got to have the show. USA came in. It was a better fit. Right. And I did majors, and I did nothing. I didn't send an audition. I didn't sing. I didn't call these producers. I didn't do any of that. I was just doing choir rehearsal. They taped it. I forgot they was taping. I was telling them off, telling them, you don't know God. I don't sound like you from the old caravans. I was cursing them out. It was the funniest thing. And here we are. I believe I have to be nice. I can't scare the people.
Yeah, I know, man. But now I told you I did my research on you, and I found it was so.
You found my first wife. You found who my first wife was?
No.
It was Dorinda Marco.
Dorinda? How long was y'all married?
Look at the records. Way before the Clark sisters. Look at the. She killed me.
Lord Jesus.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna be serious for a minute. Go ahead.
I found out that you got your first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You got your first big break in Mama I Want to Sing.
No, you're wrong.
Okay, what was your first big break?
November 27th, when I was born. That was my big break.
That's okay.
I'm dead serious because Jason, for you, I know your musical history. Mm-hmm. Everything we do is leading up to the next thing that God has already done. You know, already done. So I was singing. J.C. White, you know J.C. White.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
J.C. White asked us to come to the church. I couldn't bring the whole choir. I brought 5 people. Sitting in front of me is Edwin Hawkins, Walter Hawkins, Richard Smallwood, all these other people. I said, Bishop, he says, I know it doesn't matter to you. We sang as unto the Lord. Next thing I know, the Hawkins asked us to record with them. Now they're my friends. I go to their house. They've been to the church. You know, Donnie McClurkin and I grew up. Listen, I was working for McDonald's Fest when Bishop Hezekiah Walker and Love Fellowship entered that contest 35 years ago.
Wow.
I was one of the judges.
Wow.
Before Sweet Rain Records, I was one of the judges. So I don't believe in the big break. I believe in destiny, you know, and Bishop Walker has gone and has ascended to the highest heights in gospel. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the path that God carved out for him. God has a path for you. That's the end of it is much more success. God has a path for everybody. And sometimes we cross paths and sometimes they take different journeys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Albertina's back. Hold on.
Get you some water, Bishop.
No, I don't drink water. I need some Moscato. So anyway,
Go ahead, Bishop. Finish.
So the truth of the matter is, Pastor, that there is no reason for competition and jealousy and hate, all that stuff that you see often in the industry. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe I'm next in line. I believe God has already fixed my life, and if I obey him, I'll make it to where he wants me to make it. I've always been happy. These are my friends, seriously. McClurkin, you know, James and Hezekiah Walker, the Clark. These are all my friends. I've been friends with these people for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
They're probably looking at TV going, he's been doing that. It's just now, like you know, it's on a domestic level. America sees more of me, but God sent me overseas. That's just
I'm gonna ask you a question, and I don't want the false humility. Okay. I want the real deal. How big are you in Tokyo, in Japan? Because before you answer, because I got friends that live over there, and they have told me when you come to the country, you shut it down. Are they exaggerating, or are they telling me the truth?
Well, you know, God has been good to me. It's really big. I didn't have. I'm gonna give you this quick story. You know how big it is. I had no idea how big it was until I'm on a flight with Donnie. Donnie and I are both going to Japan at the same time. So we're doing 2 different things. Donnie asked me to come to his event. So I said, I'll meet you at your event because I don't have anything that day. So I go with Donnie to the event. Donnie and I are going up the elevator. There are thousands of people here. It's a true story. So the elevator opens, the door opens, we walk in. The people start screaming, Richard! Donnie looked at me and said, these are my people. Yours. And so it's huge. You know, God, I've done so much TV over there in Japan. I've traveled to Japan more than any artist in history.
Wow.
Because I've been there about 150, 60 times.
Wow.
In 30 years. So God did that for me. And I come back to New York and I clean my bathroom if it's dirty in the church.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did Disney 20 years in a row, every New Year's Eve. So I never was in New York for 20 years. Never.
Okay.
I did Tokyo Disneyland. Jason, there's 50,000 people here every New Year's Eve. And I did the show for 15, 20 years. That's how big it was. I was working for Disney. So it was huge. And God did that just from singing in the church choir.
That's amazing.
Church choir. I got in my mouth and sing by mistake.
Now, were you in the show with Desiree?
Yeah. I knew before the show, but a friend of mine was going to the audition early 80s. And she says, I want to go. Can you take me? I said, okay, I'll take you. I took her to audition. The producers looked at me. This is why you got to be yourself. They said, yo, you look like a singer. You want to audition? I said, no, I'm not here for that. She's auditioning. So they took her with the women. They came back over. Man, you look like you a singer. You should do it. I said, no, I'm not interested. They came back the third time. God said, are you silly? Do you see him trying to do something for you? And I auditioned. I sang This Little Light of Mine. That's it.
Go ahead. Do it right now. Sing it right now. How you did it?
I don't do talent shows. I sang This Little Light of Mine.
See, I knew this TV stuff was going to get to him after a while. But go ahead, Bishop.
It did. It happened the first episode. I said, I don't see that. And I auditioned, and we went on to where we was going.
Wow.
Listen, Brian Higginson called me, you got the part. Because my church was repressive, Jason, and you know what I mean, and they were small-minded, I turned the part down because I knew they would have a problem with it. She called me back. I turned the part down. She called me back. This is the biggest black. What is wrong? The Lord spoke to me again. I'm trying to do something for you. I took the part. The church kicked me right out the church.
Really? Like literally kicked you out?
Literally stood up on New Year's. Everything happens for me on New Year's. He would no longer be directing his choir. We don't believe in Broadway, and we don't believe in Hollywood. I was 25 years old. Watch this, Jason Henderson. The church was 25 years old. I had been there 25 years. You know what that meant? I was there the day they opened. My family was one of the founding, and they were so jealous. My brother was a musician. That's how I know walking down there. They all came to Rockaway to my church because my choir was murderous. They were murders, you know.
Because your mother is the one that birthed the church, correct?
No. We grew up in the Church of God in Christ. My mother started the church I'm pastoring now because they kicked us out of that church.
Oh, wow.
And so they kicked us straight out the church because we was doing Hollywood. The next day, the producers called me the next day and said, we're taking you to Japan. And so for 7-8 years, I didn't have a church. My mother started the church in our house because I was on the road with Diana Ross and with R. Kelly before he was making movies. I didn't go to none of those screenings. I didn't see any of his movies.
I was getting ready to say, Bishop, I hope you wasn't holding the cameras or nothing like that.
No, I wasn't there. But I was traveling with Kelly Price because Kelly asked me to be her vocal director. So for 7 years, we didn't have a church. My mother started in the house. And with my wife, 3 people showed up. The next week, 5 people, then 10 people. And then we had 2 houses on our property. My mother had a house. My brother and I lived in a separate house. She said, I want to have church. Bring some music. I brought some musicians. My mother did the Abraham thing. She pulled out the podium, said, I got a guest preacher tonight. I said, who the guest preacher, Ma? She said, you. I'm not a preacher. She said, God called. Like, God should call me because he got my number. And so my mother did the church for 5 years. Then she took the back seat as the shepherd mother, and I've been pastoring for 20 years this year. That's the story of my life. I got kicked out. Wow. And that's how the church started. Yeah.
So how has it been pastoring in the pandemic? Like, what has this experience been for you?
You know, man, first it was rough because during the pandemic, I lost my biological sister last February. Then a month later, I lost another sister. Wow. Then I lost, and I know you've seen this guy, I lost my adjutant for 16 years. There was a guy named Jason.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, he was huge.
Yeah, I call him the Hulk.
Yeah,
he was the Hulk. Yeah.
He passed from liver cancer. That all happened in a month, 1 month.
He was actually one of my clients from my clothing line. He purchased stuff from me all the time.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
happened to us. And then the Lord blessed us to be able to bring 10, 12 people to the house. We would do house services, And then we opened up last year because Brian Mosley came. He said, I'm coming. The Lord told me to come open up the church. And he opened up, and we've been upstairs dancing for a year. I have the best church. These are the nicest people. They are not churchy. You come to my church, they all offbeat. I love it. They're not the churchy people. They don't know about a hat. They don't know about none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that's the best thing, Bishop. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Jason, if I say to the church, we need $10,000, these people get that up in a day.
Wow.
They're the nicest.
Well, can you pray for me?
No, you from Brooklyn, you got to deal with all those people like Gary McClellan.
Gary's on.
I'm sure that demon is on here. You got to deal with people like him and Tyrone Flowers. All those.
Well, we don't claim Tyrone in Brooklyn. He's from Harlem.
Yeah, but he's from everywhere. That's the problem. All those rebellious saints. I ain't got time for that.
Now, what did you do in a movie called Double Platinum with Brandy and Diana Ross?
Yeah, Double Platinum. They asked me to put together the choir, so that's me and my choir behind them. We were the choir for Diana Ross in that movie.
Wow, powerful, man.
Yeah,
I got.
Wait, she hugged me.
Who, Diana Ross?
Diana Ross, and she said, "Richard, give me my note." This is what I did because I'm stupid. I fell on the floor, rolled around. I stopped production. Brandy was cracking up. Diana Ross said, "Oh my God, he's so crazy." And then she hugged me, and she smelled like love in the gown. I have never smelled any
what she smelled like, Bishop?
Love in the gown. I hugged her. Everything started moving. I said, "God, you here?" That's why they call her the boss.
Really? That's why they call her the boss.
She moved my Berry Gordy. I promise you. I was so excited.
Man,
you're not praying. That's why.
Listen, let me tell you something. I don't know if prayer's going to work for you, Bishop. I really don't know. But you also performed with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey. Man,
Michael Jackson was a hoot. I got a funny Michael Jackson story. I came into the Sony. We doing it at Sony Studios. Because Andre Crouch invited me. Andre Crouch invited me because he was doing the chorus. Richard, come down and be part of this. Okay. So I get in the room and they got crudité and celery sticks and carrots. I said, what? Nobody wants that. Where is the chicken? They don't have no chicken in here? Now, Jason, Michael Jackson's filming everything. He's not there, but he's watching on a video camera. So I go, where's the chicken? Yo, 20 minutes later, like 20 big guys come in with big bags of Popeyes.
Really?
Put the chicken in there. I run into Michael Jackson at the studio. He goes, so you the one wanted the chicken, right?
He didn't say it like that, Bishop. Why you have to do your voice like that? That's not how Michael said it, Bishop.
It's not. I can tell. He said, so you the one want the chicken, right? He said, did you get enough? And started laughing at me. That was before he cursed everybody out in the studio because he did that too.
Michael cussed the people out? In
his Fulton Street voice. Let me tell you blank. Yes, he did.
So are you trying to tell me that Michael has two? Michael got two voices, Bishop?
I saw them all in one day.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I can't.
He said, you coming back tomorrow? Janet is coming. I said, no, I've had enough of you, Michael.
He said Janet was coming?
Yeah, Janet was coming. He said, you're coming back? I said, nope, I've had enough of you, Michael. You make me want to scream. He said, no, don't stop till you get enough. I said, no, you go heal the world. I'm out of here.
Yo, Bishop, I'm not lying. I believe you said it. So you just wrapped up season 1.
Yeah.
What are you guys getting picked up for season 2?
Well, I'm sure they're talking about that, but other things are moving, and I felt like this, Jason, I didn't put it there, so it's not my job to keep it there. Whatever God does, that's what he's going to do. I didn't want it called The Rev.
What did you want to call it?
We went out to LA and I said, can you call it Meet the Hartleys? Can you call it Hartley and Soul? How about a whole lot of Hartley? I said, I don't like The Rev because it's singular. It says me.
Right.
And then immediately says church or religion. And you know how this country is. Mm-hmm. I said, a lot of people are going to shut down because they hear that. The Lord spoke to me. He said, listen, this is about you, but this is not for you. This is about me. I said, you know what, God? You gave birth to this baby, so you name it what you want. And the network came back and says, no, we really want to name it The Rev. And that's why it's called The Rev. I didn't want that. I protested.
Wow.
But they went at, and God said, no, that's what I want. I want the people to see another side of me. So I'm not on that show going, and the Lord,
Right. Right. Right.
Jesus. I'm not doing that. I know how to
Right.
do that. I'm Kojic, but I'm not doing that because that's not all he wanted to show. He wanted to show family, a husband and a wife. But these are my two biological kids, paternity test pending. And God wanted to because sometimes I don't know. I'm like, I did travel a lot.
First lady, where is First Lady at?
Somewhere trying to figure out how to boil eggs. But that's what they wanted to call. So God made that choice. So concerning the show, the ratings, wherever the time slots, I said, God, you did it. This is your doing. I didn't strategically do anything. I'm not taking any credit for it. I will not, because I had nothing to do with it. I'm just there. That's a miracle. God did it. I don't tell people, I'm up in the industry, and so you got to get an agent. I didn't have an agent. I didn't have a manager. I didn't have a publicist. Now listen, I have an agent now.
I know you do.
I have a manager now.
I know you do.
This now and getting ready to do something else. But that show went on. We had none of that. We got an agent. Everyone has an agent after we signed the deal.
But let me tell while you're talking about that, Bishop, let me just say this. My staff that handles the booking for this, I got to tell you, the people at USA, I think the young lady name is Casey
Johnson. That's my PR.
Can I tell you something? Getting you through the network was easier than booking a lot of church people. First of all, I couldn't believe how nice she was.
I'm on the other side of this thing. I've been on the other side of this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are. I've done Broadway. They are nicer. They are more hospitable.
Unreal.
Respectful. They are more on time. You see, I wasn't late for this interview.
No. Yeah.
The church is so busy trying to be something that God didn't call us to be, that they think being shady and being nasty and asking for all of these demands makes you something. No, I've been with Beyonce and Diana and Michael. They're really not like that. Wow. And that's why they are where they are. Don't believe TMZ. They are really not. Listen, the Kardashians tweeted out support for our show.
Wow.
They were NBC. So Casey and them asked them, will you support it? They looked at an episode. Oh, we love it. It's so funny. So the Kardashians sent it out. Now, it might have something to do with the fact that, all of them like black men.
Yeah. Listen, are y'all praying for Bishop with me? I'm praying for Bishop.
I could be a black Dashian. There's a spot available.
No, because I
know. But the point of the matter is, they don't take through all that stuff that we do to come preach across the street. You need $3,000, a bag of nuts, Snapple, and you live across the street and two people know you.
I'm talking about Casey she was like this. Yep. Everything we told her we need, it was ridiculous. And I told my team, I was like, man, I have tried to book some for the show and I'll get back to you and I never hear from them. And here you are.
And you know how it happens, Jason? Because when you asked me and I gave you information and I told them, and they say, anything that you want, these are your friends, these are my friends, anything that you want. They put me on Access Hollywood with Mario Lopez. It was the same thing. They act nice.
Yeah.
That's why they're at the top of the game. Yeah. It is a biblical principle. A soft answer turneth away wrath. I deal with all these big networks people. Listen, the president of NBC sent me an email. Congratulations, Richard, on premiere night. The president.
Wow.
The chairman of the board of NBC took out time to write me a personal, not a group text, a personal email.
That's powerful.
Now, you try to get you to preach. You don't call back. You show up with one person. You mad. You tell the people off. I'm saying that's why he put the church on pause. So y'all need to rethink what you're doing.
Absolutely. I believe the pandemic kind of flatlined everything, so it could give us the opportunity to purify our motives.
Because ministry is not a career.
No.
I have a bachelor's. I did graduate work at Brooklyn College. I taught school for 25 years. I was a guidance counselor, 25 years. Stacy is a nurse. We did all this stuff. Ministry is not a career. Wow. It's a calling. And everybody's trying to be at the top of what charts. I'm being serious now. I want you to tell me two things. Well done. You did good.
That's it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's it. I don't care about who sees me. And since I didn't care, now the whole world sees me. Isn't that strange?
That's amazing.
Isn't it
That's
strange?
amazing.
Humble yourself. I didn't care about who knew my name. You see me, I come to Brooklyn. I
Mhm.
go offering. I don't try to, oh, Richard Hartley said, take me to the front. I don't care about any of that stuff.
Right, right.
I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't try to sing and show people what I can do. That's why I'm serious. I don't do talent shows. I don't try to prove something to nobody.
But last time y'all were at the piano on the show when you were doing the you was looking for the lead singer, and you sung just a little piece. I heard a little bit of my influence in that piece that you did.
Well,
so,
you know what? When you drink too much Corona, you sound like Jason Henderson. And that's the influence you're.
Yeah.
I've been at this a long time.
I'm sitting there in my bedroom. I said, and I'm laying down, and you did a little riff. I said, now hold it. That sounds like Jimi Hendrix, and that's right
It
there.
sounded like you because it was in the low range.
No, see, well, no. That was I was talking about the high note, because we both have range.
That was high for you. That wasn't high for me.
Oh, excuse me.
I do Joe Taylor.
Yo, Bishop. So listen to me. When everybody comes on the show, I do this word association. We just got a few minutes, and I'm gonna let you go. Okay. I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear these words.
Right.
Longevity.
Hawkins.
Loyalty.
Mickey.
Wow. Financial literacy.
Education. Yeah.
Worship.
Pure.
Praise.
Pure.
Same thing for praise.
Pure.
Yeah. And last thing, family.
Crazy.
Bishop, you ain't lying. I want to talk about mine, but they watching.
It's not me.
It's not us. It's them.
My baby mama. It's not
yes, me. It's them and the kids. It's not us, Bishop.
Them babies. It's not me.
Let me tell you, I tell people all the time.
That's my dream. I got a Noah spirit.
See that? See what I'm saying?
I go in my room and strip and lay down with a bottle and say, God, you understand.
TMI, Bishop. TMI.
Oh.
TMI.
Tinkerbell and Renee Credo, the young women in Brooklyn, they wanted to hear that.
Tinkerbell. How, Lord Tinkerbell? I haven't heard that name in years. She's legendary too.
It helps them sleep better.
Tinkerbell is one of the most purest sopranos.
She's on my show.
Wow.
Yeah, she filmed some scenes. They edit things different than Renee Credo. She sings with me. Renee with me.
Renee Credo's amazing too.
She went with me to Tokyo. She trains my choir. She went with me to Tokyo. She traveled me to LA because I don't just include people in my particular church. I include family and friends.
I don't know because I haven't gotten a call to be on the Richard Hartley.
You need to audition. The last time I heard you
don't do auditions. I'm like you.
Off-key notes. I said, he sound like Shadrach, Meshach, and the Billy Goat. So I have to wait till you learn how to sing on key. I heard you at Russo's trying to pass the mic singing on key. That's the devil. You asked for it, so I gave it to you.
Oh my God, Bishop, yo, please don't ever change, Bishop. I gotta tell y'all, Bishop Richard Hartley is probably one of the nicest guys that do what we do. I'm telling you, when I went to preach for him, I also went to sing for him. When we did something with the Tokyo Choir in the basement. Right. And man, it's always a blast, always a good time. I can't sit next to him in church because I will get in trouble.
Well, Jason, scripture says, by this shall men know that you are my disciples. How? You have loved one for another.
Yes, sir.
It's the main ingredient is love,
Yeah.
Bless all of us with wonderful gifts and talents, but we really show lacking in love and hospitality. And you come to my house, the first thing you say is, can I get you something to drink? That's how my wife and my daughter, we got food, we got some cake. Come on, it's like family. And everywhere I go, I spread the love of Jesus Christ. And that's what we're called to do. I like to have fun. I don't think it has to be that deep. You know what I'm saying? That's good. You don't have to come to my church and entertain us. If I invited you, you're my guest. Right. So you don't have to preach us up. You don't have to slay us. We don't do that. You say, Jesus, we on our feet. I treat them that way because you're my guest. Right. So why am I going to make it hard for you? I invited you.
Yeah, that's true. It's
And
true.
sometimes we got to go to churches and entertain them. No,
Now,
that's
I got a question for you, Bishop.
I got an answer for you.
How many pair of shoes do you own?
I don't have an answer because I lost count at 100 or something.
See, so you don't have an answer. I knew you couldn't answer that.
The scripture says, "And your feet will be shod with the preparation of Christian Louboutin and Gucci." That's the Bible. I've been trying to get James Hall out of those Stacey Adams for years. He won't
James
listen.
Hall on West Stacy.
James, you listening? Jason just said you wear Stacey Adams.
Yo, Bishop Richard Hartley, please don't ever change, man. You are just one of a kind. And I want to tell you from my heart to yours, Bishop, that I absolutely celebrate all that's happening for you. One thing I tell people all the time is anything that's going to have power requires a negative and a positive. So there's always going to be people that have something to say, but I want you to know that there are people that are rooting for you, man. Absolutely. And we want you to take it all the way to the top. I don't know. Do they give an award for reality shows? What
NAACP, they really do.
Okay.
People awards, they do. And those things are good, and I feel exactly the same thing from you when you was a little drummer and I was teaching you how to coordinate the snare with the pedal. I saw greatness. And I'm still seeing greatness. Hey man, so I'm gonna finish it. And you're gonna learn the tom-toms before the year is out. I decree and declare, and it is so. I'm leaving.
Everybody, I say bye to Bishop Richard Hartley. Bishop, bless I love you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
That was Bishop Richard Hartley, y'all. He is probably the craziest bishop I know, but I want to thank Bishop Hartley for taking time out. And I have to make this disclaimer. The statements and opinions of Bishop Richard Hartley is not the opinions and the statements of Kingdom Conversations and Jason Hendrickson. That is Bishop Richard Hartley. But let me tell you something about Bishop Hartley. If he said it once, he's going to say it twice. But listen, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for, bearing with us difficulty in the front, but it came together and this was amazing. I'm so grateful for all you guys that tuned in. And next week, we're going even higher. Next week, my guest will be Pastor San Franklin. And she is just tearing things up. New music. Her church is popping. It's going to be amazing, guys. So I want to leave this thought with you guys that whenever you're trying to do something, you have to look out for distractions. On my way here today, the enemy tried to distract me, tried to get me off course, tried to make me, get disheveled in my thinking and, just become preoccupied with things that are not productive towards where I'm going. But we have to stay focused in this season. And I want you to know that these distractions and these hits will come from anywhere and from anybody. But I encourage you, my brothers and sisters, stand strong. Be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. And remember that you are built for this. Y'all know that is something I've been saying for years. You are built for this. And I want to take time to thank you to all of our wonderful friends that are on here. I see so many. TL Holmes, my boy Deacon Parker. Let me tell y'all something about Deacon Eric Parker. I want to take time just to thank God for him. He's a walking, talking miracle. A miracle. And he's probably one of the best photographers that will catch you on an off guard shot. Deacon Parker, some of my best pictures that I post on social media are taken by Deacon Eric Parker, and he takes them when I'm not even looking. And, I thank God for him. And to Bishop Sloan and everybody else that's on here, my boy TL Holmes, he's another great mind, cinematographer, and he does so many things. My brother, Pastor Lawrence Williams, is on here. My sister, Alicia Cooper, Q the Prophet, everybody that's on here. I see First Lady Hendrickson on here, everybody that's on here. Eugene Reed, thank you for stopping by Kingdom Conversations. Everybody, please make sure the last two things I want to say to you. If you have not ordered your Lion of Judah hoodie and matching hat, what's wrong with you? If you have not ordered your banana pudding from All Things, what's wrong with you? You have the rest. Now you might as well get the best. But I love y'all. And again, thank you to Bishop Richard Hartley and to everybody at the USA Network. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your hospitality and just making this an easy thing to do to get Bishop on here. I love y'all. And okay, Marvin Johnson, I got you. You need the hat in black. I got you. I'm gonna ship it out to you today. Matter of fact. All right, but y'all, that is Kingdom Conversations. And I want to share this with you guys one more time. Because when we look at everything that we got going on in the world today, I want y'all to make sure that you are being safe out there. Make sure that you are doing what you need to do. Keep wearing your mask. And those of you that got the vaccine, we're praying for you that God will cover you, that there will be no side effects. And also, Bishop Julius Sloan has new music coming out, if it's not out already. But let's support one another. Let's continue to pray for one another. And thank you for tuning in to Kingdom Conversations.